2026 is shaping up to be one of the biggest years for fantasy and isekai anime in a long time. We're getting the return of beloved franchises, anime adaptations of massively popular light novels and manhwa, and even the comeback of series fans have been waiting years to see again. Whether you love overpowered protagonists, kingdom building, magical academies, emotional adventures, or epic fantasy wars, this year's lineup has something for everyone. So grab your watch list, because today we're counting down the top 10 most anticipated new isekai and fantasy anime of 2026. Starting off the list is the Iceblade Sorcerer Shall Rule the World, Season 2. The strongest magician alive who continues pretending to be an ordinary academy student. The first season introduced us to a fun combination of magic battles, school life, comedy, and surprisingly emotional moments. While it wasn't perfect, many fans enjoyed Rei's calm personality and the mystery surrounding his past. Season 2 is expected to dive much deeper into the secrets of the legendary Iceblade Sorcerer. New enemies, stronger magic users, political conspiracies, and larger-scale battles are all waiting for Rei as he continues protecting the people around him. If you're looking for an overpowered main character who doesn't constantly show off but completely dominates whenever he's forced to fight, this sequel should definitely be worth checking out when it comes out in October 2026. At number 9, we have Reborn as a Space Mercenary. This series proves that isekai doesn't always need dragons and medieval kingdoms. After suddenly waking up inside the universe of his favorite space game, Hiro finds himself piloting an absurdly powerful spaceship while living the dream of becoming a space mercenary. Instead of saving kingdoms, he's exploring galaxies, battling pirates, taking dangerous jobs, and slowly building an incredibly powerful crew. The source material has built a huge fan base because it mixes space exploration, action, comedy, and a surprisingly fun cast of characters. Now, here's my biggest concern. The anime is being handled by Studio ACAT, the same studio behind The Beginning After the End. Let's just say, that adaptation didn't exactly inspire confidence. So while I absolutely love the novels, I'm keeping my expectations in check. Hopefully the studio surprises everyone, because this story has the potential to become one of the most enjoyable sci-fi isekai anime we've had in years. And you can watch it when it premieres on October 2026, streaming on Crunchyroll. At number 8, Overgeared. One of the most popular manhwa is finally getting its anime adaptation. The story follows Shin Youngwoo, better known as Grid, a notoriously unlucky gamer who discovers a legendary class that completely changes his destiny. The adaptation is being handled by JC Staff, and I have to say, they actually added animation this time. After the disappointing production quality of One Punch Man Season 3, fans were understandably worried. Hopefully, Overgeared is a sign that the studio is stepping things up. Now let's just hope they put that same level of effort into the inevitable continuation of One Punch Man, because Saitama deserves it. And Overgeared premieres in October 2026, streaming on Crunchyroll. At number 7, we have As a Reincarnated Aristocrat Season 3, a kingdom-building anime that continued to grow in popularity, and this series remains one of the best examples. Instead of defeating enemies through overwhelming strength, Ars possesses a unique appraisal skill that allows him to identify talented individuals before anyone else. Throughout the series, he's built an army filled with extraordinary warriors, brilliant strategists, and gifted mages. Season 3 raises the stakes even further. Political conflicts become more dangerous, neighboring nations become increasingly hostile, and Ars will need every talented ally he has recruited if he wants to protect everything he's built. If you enjoy intelligent protagonists who win through leadership instead of brute force, this continues to be one of the strongest fantasy series. And its premieres in October 2026, streaming on Crunchyroll. Sliding in at number 6, the laid-off, cheat-granting Mage enjoys a new life. Imagine getting kicked out of one of the strongest guilds, only for everyone to realize you were the reason it was so powerful. That's exactly what happens to Rain Garland, an enchantment mage who is betrayed by his guild. After taking back the enhancement points he had invested in their equipment, he enchants his own gear instead, transforming an ordinary sword and simple clothes into legendary weapons and armor. As Rain sets off on a new adventure with powerful new allies, he quickly proves that the guild made the biggest mistake of their lives. Expect plenty of comedy, fantasy adventures, and satisfying moments as he proves everyone who underestimated him completely wrong. And it premieres in October 2026. By the way, if you're enjoying the list so far, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Anime Senpai for more anime recommendations, seasonal watch lists, and upcoming anime updates. And let me know in the comments, which new isekai and fantasy anime of 2026 are you the most excited to watch? Now, let's jump into the top 5. At number 5, we have Kanata Kara, a series that's completely different from modern isekai. Originally released years ago as an award-winning manga, Kanata Kara, also known as From Far Away, is finally receiving the anime adaptation fans have been requesting for decades. The story follows Noriko, an ordinary high school student who suddenly finds herself transported into a mysterious fantasy world after a supernatural accident. Unlike many modern isekai protagonists, Noriko isn't overpowered. She doesn't receive cheat abilities. She doesn't instantly become a legendary hero. Instead, she survives using courage, kindness, and the friendships she builds along the way. Its incredible world-building, emotional storytelling, romance, and beautifully developed characters are exactly why so many manga readers consider it a timeless classic. If Studio succeeds with this adaptation, Kanata Kara could become one of the biggest surprises of 2026. And its premieres in October 5th, 2026. Coming in number 4, we have Magical Explorer. What if you were reincarnated into your favorite fantasy dating game, only to discover you weren't the handsome protagonist, but his unlucky comic relief best friend, Kosuke Takioto? Armed with his unmatched knowledge of the game's story, our protagonist sets out to rewrite Kosuke's fate. By uncovering hidden quests, mastering powerful magic, and making all the right choices, he transforms the game's biggest loser into one of its strongest and most charismatic characters. And with White Fox, the studio behind ReZero and Steins Gate, handling the adaptation, this is easily one of the most exciting fantasy anime to watch in October 2026. At number 3, Reincarnated as a Sword, Season 2. Teacher and Fran are finally back. The first season became one of the biggest surprises in fantasy anime because of the incredible relationship between its two main characters. Instead of focusing on romance or typical isekai cliches, the story follows a magical sword who becomes both mentor and guardian to Fran, a young beast girl determined to become stronger. Season 2 expands everything. Stronger monsters, larger adventures, more dangerous dungeons, even greater emotional moments. And of course, more adorable Fran. If the animation improves even further, this sequel has every chance of surpassing the already excellent first season. And its premieres in October 2026 on HiDive. At number 2, Suikoden. One of the greatest JRPGs of all time is finally making its anime debut. Based on the legendary Suikoden 2, the story follows Ryu and his best friend Jowie, two young soldiers from the Highland Kingdom whose lives are torn apart by the horrors of war. As they're swept into a conflict that will decide the fate of an entire continent, the two friends find themselves walking very different paths. Along the way, Ryu must gather the legendary 108 Stars of Destiny to challenge a ruthless empire and fight for the future he believes in. With its unforgettable characters, political intrigue, emotional storytelling, and epic battles, this has all the ingredients to become one of 2026's biggest fantasy anime, and its premieres in October 2026. Taking the number 1 spot is A Returner's Magic Should Be Special, Season 2. After failing to save humanity from the devastating Shadow World, Desir Herman is sent 13 years back in time with all of his memories intact. This time, he knows exactly what's coming, and he's determined to rewrite history before the world falls into ruin again. Season 2 raises the stakes with even stronger enemies, larger-scale battles, and the next major step in Desir's plan to change the future. If you enjoy smart protagonists who rely on strategy just as much as powerful magic, this sequel should be at the top of your watch list. And its premieres in October 2026, streaming on Crunchyroll. Lastly, the most anticipated fantasy anime of the decade, Black Clover Season 2. After years of waiting, Asta is finally back. The boy born without a single drop of magic continues his journey to become the Wizard King, and this time, the stakes are higher than ever. Season 2 will adapt some of the manga's biggest arcs, introducing powerful new enemies, incredible transformations, and the spectacular battles fans have been waiting years to see animated. With Studio Pierrot returning to handle the adaptation, expectations couldn't be higher. And its premieres in October 2026, streaming on Crunchyroll. So that's my list of the top 10 most anticipated new isekai and fantasy anime of 2026. Which anime are you most excited for? Let me know down in the comments, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want more anime recommendations like this, check out my next video. You won't want to miss it. See you in the next one.